Check it out, YouTube world. Do a quick little video about this quick little situation about Mona and Joe Budden podcast. Decided to back down from all the smoke that's being given. And I'm gonna say this: uh, anytime, any kind of like you got any kind of like static, you know what I mean? Old school term for in case any younger viewers get a wind of this video. In other words, any kind of beef, smoke, whatever you want to call it, any kind of like drama. Sometimes in life, you're better off. You gotta move differently, especially when you're in a different position. I think Mona did the right move to back down from it. I mean, in a way, there was some things she did wrong, because the first thing is always anytime, any kind of situation, first thing you want to really do is try to de-escalate it the best way that you can. And that's with any situation, I know me personally, personal experience, obviously, coming up in Brooklyn and stuff, just the city, period. I had a lot of fights coming up, growing up, from elementary, junior high school, a little bit of high school, but it was more like elementary, junior high school. Back in the 90s, late 80s, everybody know the city was off the hook back then. It really was. It was, it was a different time back then where, things was going down. And certain times, certain situations, some fights in life, you have to just fall back from. Especially when you're in a certain position, or you just don't, basically you just don't have nothing to lose. You have something to lose. And I think that's the thing. A lot of times, in these type of occurrences, any kind of like drama, is always good to diffuse it. Now Mona, like I said, she was in the wrong for it overall. I mean, in terms of some of the way how she handled it, but towards the end, she handled it a better way. In the beginning, she was moving, she was kind of like adding more fuel to the fire, what I see, but at the end, she handled it, she backed down, which was a smarter move, I think what I don't understand is the people that I was around, why didn't somebody try to intervene before it got towards that point? Even though it ended up being diffused on its own, but somebody should have at least been there to at least try to help diffuse situation. And I think that's a problem nowadays too. I notice nowadays be so quick to record and all this stuff, and people's in any kind of conflict with one another, but nobody will even get up and try to take the time to at least try to diffuse the situation before it gets even more volatile. And I think that's a problem a lot of times with just people overall. But that's a whole nother topic for another time, because we live in a super recording, everything gotta be on camera type of era, and with no type of, it's all about basically the drama, but nobody's there to really try to like stop the drama from really going out of hand. They don't even bother to try to help. But I think Mona did the right thing. Just like, sometimes in life, you're better off to just fall back. You're not going to be able to win every battle. Some people just not worth it. Basically, some people just crumbs, in my opinion. Especially, you want to, people that basically all the time, like they don't care, they always want to fight and into drama and stuff like that. They usually have nothing to lose, and it usually just loses. So you got to be mindful of that. A lot of people, You know, they have nothing to lose. It's unfortunately, you know, especially in this time, you know, some people, they just feel like, you know what, you know, they with the shit all day, they with it, and that's just what it is. And it's just a messed up mentality to really have, you know. But this situation right here should be a learning lesson to everybody, you know, not just celebrities that's in certain positions, but everybody in general. You guys, especially if you got something going on, it's always good. It doesn't make you a punk, nothing like that. If you fall back, you know, from the smoke, sometimes it's better to do that, because most people are not even worth the time. The money is not worth the time. The energy, definitely not worth the jail. You know, possible bail money. You know, court fee, the attorney fee. It's just not worth it. You know. Who knows where that situation would have went if Mona decided not to fall back. If Mona decided, you know, maybe I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna go in even more, you know. So I think that's the problem. And you know, it's an unfortunate thing, but overall, it turned out for the most part good. And this should just be a lesson to everybody out there, man. You know, don't be afraid to fall back from the nonsense. End of the day, the nonsense is not worth, you know, anything. And you know, and at the end of the day, it doesn't make no money, you know. And once you throw away your freedom, you throw away everything, you know. And freedom is priceless, worth more than anything also. So, you know, Mona definitely did a good thing for the most part. Like I said, she made some errors, but she, you know, she did a good thing for the most part toward the end. And let this be a lesson to everybody out there, especially all these big, you know, especially, you know, celebrities, or just anybody, period, that's in a higher position, that got anything going on, you know. Don't allow people to try to trick you out the spot. There were some very trying times. And I just feel like a lot of people, this is just from my opinion, a lot of people, you know, they got that evil spirit in them. A lot of people kind of like, I don't know, I guess, you know, a lot of demons, you know. But that's just my personal view. So you gotta be mindful of people and stuff and everything else. A lot of people just losing their mind. So, you know, be mindful of whatever kind of confrontation and kind of drama. Don't be afraid to fall back. It's always better to fall back. You live to see another day. Some things just not worth fighting over, really. And just, you know, live to see another day as always. A lot of my videos, I try to always drop some kind of a gem or something, or some kind of information or something for people to really understand and really see that, you know, and hopefully they learn from what I'm dropping in these videos. But let me know what y'all think about that whole Mona situation. If you was Mona, would you have fell back or you just went in? Like, subscribe, share 82 Brooklyn 7 on YouTube. Like, subscribe, share 82 Brooklyn 7 on YouTube. Definitely check out all my videos, old, new, full videos, short clips, old and new. Check them all out. I'm gonna try to do new live at some point, but check out my older lives as always. You know, it definitely just helps support the channel. Definitely subscribe. You know, check out all my videos, because it's not just some of the main topics. You know, the regular, you know, stuff on YouTube, but I also have other videos with delving to even certain situations I myself is going through and people could relate, and that's involving the workforce and things of that nature. But check out all my videos, check them out. Definitely help subscribe. And on that note, I'm ID5. Peace.